Okay, folks. Now, this says solve. Part A says 9/16 times n is equal to 21/20. Now let me ask you something. Is that the way we in the 6th grade write a number multiplied by a variable? How can I rewrite this the way we would want to look at it? How do I do that here? 9/16n, right next to it. That means multiply this variable by that fraction is equal to 21/20. Now, here's something that I want us to remember. Whenever I'm multiplying a fraction by a variable, do you agree I want to divide by that fraction to make it cancel out? Right? Because they're being multiplied. Do you agree with that? But do I ever divide by fractions? No. What do I do? Raise your hand. Instead of dividing by fractions, I do what, Sam?
Flip the second fraction and multiply.
So I multiply by the reciprocal. That's what Sam says. I want to multiply it by the reciprocal. So you know what I do? I take this side and I multiply it by 16/9. Now what happens when I multiply those two fractions, Elise? They cancel out, don't they? And it turns into just n. Now wait a minute though. This is algebra. This is algebra. Parents? What I do to one side, I've got to do to the other. That means I need to multiply this side by 16/9. I multiply both sides by the reciprocal. Anybody see anything I want to do before I start multiplying here? Eric? No.
Oh, I know.
We've already done that.
3 goes into 21 and 9.
3 does go into 21 and 9. 3 goes into 9 three times, and 3 goes into 21 7 times. Is there anything else we can cancel? Might see something else? Reagan? 4 goes into 16 and 20. 4 goes into 16 4 times and into 20 5 times. Anything else we can cancel? Pace? No. What do I get then, Pace? 28/15. And you're welcome to leave it as an improper fraction. Exactly. Now, let's look at the next one. Let's look at the next one. This one says n divided by 18/5. Now remember from the last test that we worked on, the very last thing we did, right? How would I like to write this? I know it looks a little weird, but how do I like to write it, Sarah? N, and then a big fraction bar,
And then
18/5. It's being divided by 18/5 is equal to 10/9, right? Okay. Now how do I make the 18/5 cancel out, Elise?
you flip it.
No. What? N is being divided by 18/5. So how do I make that? How do I undo that? Elise?
Multiply.
By what?
18 fifths.
18/5 on this side and on this side. Exactly. What happens to these two fractions, Paris?
They cancel.
They cancel out and they leave me with what?
And
N. Now, who wants to help me on that other side? Suzette?
well, first we have to flip.
No, I'm not dividing.
Oh,
These two fractions are being multiplied.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Well, we have to cancel out.
All right, do you see anything I can cancel?
Yeah, there's 5 and 10.
5 goes into 5 once. 5 goes into 10 twice. Anybody got a note, Maggie?
There would be 9 and 18.
9 goes into 9 once. 9 goes into 18 twice. When I multiply, what do I get? Paris?
4.
N is equal to 4. Excellent job, guys. Think you're ready for your homework.